0.
Hello and welcome to the 16th ever episode of Press A2 Podcast. I'm your host Jacob Hujik, and with me today is Taylor Severn.
For those people that wonder why everyone's laughing and smiling when we start episodes, it's because we're really immature, and when Jacob likes to count down, we make stupid jokes.
Or just loud belches. Speaking
Who
of
did
which,
that?
Scott is also on the show.
I found my charge cable, guys.
Yay! And also Brandon Williams.
It's definitely not me making the stupid jokes. Definitely not.
Just laughing at them.
Just
And today,
laughing, yeah, real hard.
We will be talking about Super Smash Brothers.
Melee!
Melee and Brawl and a couple of
64?
And we
Question mark?
and 4,
Smash
I
Bros.
guess. Yes, we'll be
Goddamn,
talking
get more
about.
subtitles.
We'll be talking. I know, right? We'll be talking about all of them today on today's episode. So I thought we'd just get right into it and ask.
No.
Okay, podcast over, guys. Have
Thanks
fun.
for watching.
There you
But
go.
no, Brandon, what was your first Smash Bros?
Well, 64, of course.
Obviously,
Yeah, obviously, the
The
best
only
one.
one.
The only one. No, well. What was the one after that? Brawl?
Melee.
Yeah,
Melee.
Melee.
Yeah, that's the one. Melee was good.
Or
Melee was probably... Melee,
Whatever.
whatever the hell you're going to call it.
Me-
Melee was
Melee.
good. But,
Melee.
yeah, 64. Melee... No, shut up!
Melee.
64
Like
was
Melee.
my first one. Because, you know,
Melee.
Nintendo 64.
And you've dibble dabbled in most of the other ones, right?
Dibble dabbled? Yeah. I've dibble dabbled in all kinds of Smash Bros. I think I've played them all, actually, now.
You've dibble dabbled
Because
in
I've-
all sorts of bros.
I've finally played the one on
Smashing 'em.
Wii U. The one on Wii U now.
Did you play the 3DS one?
Ooh, oh, I did. I played the beta?
Yeah, there was a demo
beta.
for it. I
The
still
demo,
have it on
yeah,
my
yeah.
3DS. I'll just bust it out every now and then because it's surprisingly fun.
I played that once. The one time when we played Yu-Gi-Oh! At your place.
Oh my god, that was awful. Do not
Worst
remind me of
night
those
ever.
terrible, terrible times. The Gora Turtle Madness.
Guys, can we get together and play like Yu-Gi-Oh?
No.
No, because you will
Only because
crush
I've heard
us.
you're good.
He's not good. He just has like stupid decks.
Hey. I'm fucking amazing.
Hey, did you hear there's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game for PS4 and Xbox One now?
Really?
Yeah, I swear to God, it came out like this week. Or
And
last
this
week.
podcast's about Yu-Gi-Oh now.
Why not?
It's the same thing.
But Scott, I know you have some experience with Smash Bros.
Well, you know,
Little
I've
bit.
dabbled.
You've dibble dabbled.
Not to. I don't want to break tradition, so obviously I started with Melee. First game I played. At your house.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't play 64
No.
originally? Wow.
No.
Okay.
I didn't play 64 until I was like in high school, I think.
Really? That's weird considering you like collect N64 cartridges.
That game's expensive. I don't want to talk about it. It's like
It is
$80.
expensive. Yeah,
it's like $80.
I saw it
It's
at
like,
a convention thing once, but
Note to self, selling 64 Smash Bros.
Yeah, if you have like the
Don't
box
do
and
it.
stuff, you have the box and stuff. It's, you can get them like $100 for it. Easy.
God damn, I had the box for a while.
Yeah, box in manual. You'll get some good coin for
I
that.
have all my 64 games with the boxes and manuals because I was a strange child.
You don't have
Anyways.
your Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time because I have it.
Oh, do you still have that? You haven't given it back to me. Anyways,
We are
Each
so
other.
sidetracked.
Taylor, what is your experience, your history with Super Smash Bros?
I have a story to go with mine.
Boy.
And before I get to my story, if we seemed very sidetracked, this is the first time we've been able to talk to each other in like 3 weeks.
I've been on vacation, and then Brandon and Scott were on vacation. Mike's not even here, so
So we're just enjoying each
Yeah,
other's company.
Pretty much.
I thought you were gonna end on each other, like enjoying each other, because that'd be weird.
But
That's why I didn't end it that. So my story, I was a hot-blooded child back in the 90s.
Not a
enjoying
cold-blooded?
people,
Not a
enjoying
cold-blooded
his
child?
bros.
It's very hard to be a cold-blooded child in the 90s. And I was in the local Blockbuster, and at the time my head was filled with Pokemans and Digimans,
Negative.
and something caught my eye. I was in the N64 section, and out of the corner of my eye, what do I see? I see Pikachu! but not on like a Pokemon game. It's not Pokemon Stadium. It's not Pokemon Stadium 2. It's not Hey You Pikachu. It's not Pokemon Snap. No.
I thought you were just gonna keep going, but yeah.
I ran out of games. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, it was he was punching Mario, and I was like, "What is this?"
That bastard.
And so I rented it, and my God, did that change my life? What I'm talking about is Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Oh, obviously.
Obviously. No, it's the old N64 version. I started there fairly early on, and I've been a huge fanboy ever since of the series. I love it dearly. I love the guy who makes it. I love the characters within it.
All of them?
Itora Iwata? No.
No, it wasn't Iwata.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
though he
sorry.
did end up helping.
Yeah. It was Sakurai?
Sakurai, yeah,
Sakurai.
the creator of Kirby.
Yes.
Oh, that's why Kirby's so OP.
I was gonna
I
say
love the Kirby games though,
That's-
as well.
that's-
Pretty good. Oh my God! There's this new
You're
one
right.
where he gets like this super. He became a black hole. He basically just like sucks in whole trees. It's ridiculous. But yeah, Smash Bros is a fantastic concept. Might as well round it out by saying I also started with 64 and I've owned all of them.
Same.
They're just fantastic games. But
Do you
we'll
own
get
the
on to
3DS
why in a
version?
second. But
Do you own the 3DS version?
I do not. I own the demo.
Because
but-
it's technically a different game. It has different stuff on it.
I guess that's true. So I don't own every single version, but yes.
Scrub.
But I was thinking, like, this game is, it's awesome. Everyone loves it. It's a great party game. Most dorm rooms are incomplete if they don't have some machine that will run Super Smash Bros. But the game, for some people, went way beyond just like fighting your friends after a couple beers. There's a huge tournament scene that surrounds Super Smash Bros. And I was wondering, are you guys familiar with it at all? Have you seen a match? Or is
Not
is
at
this
all.
a surprise to you?
It's not a surprise to me at all. But and I knew it was there, but it's never been something I've been interested in watching, because I'm not big on fighting games in general, and the only one I play is Smash, and that's just because of the characters in it.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I could sit there and watch two people battle. It was hard for me to do in person to watch two other people play it. I'm like,
Wait,
oh.
so the tournament scene, like, are you familiar with it?
Yeah, I was wondering, Taylor, do you know anything about it?
I got fairly into it during the Melee era,
Yeah.
and then teetering when Brawl came around.
So what is the tournament? Like, is it like 1v1?
it's very
or like,
big.
do they have like 2v2s and stuff like that?
Well,
or-
to give like a brief synopsis of it, it's basically the tournament scene is 1v1s, usually on a map like Final Destination or something like that. Nothing crazy. And the biggest tournament scene.
And everyone is Fox.
Fox was considered one of the best characters in Melee for the longest time. But the tournament scene really started to develop around Melee, and to this day, Melee is preferred over
For the
Brawl.
tournament, yeah.
And number 4, Smash 4, is getting some traction, but Melee, I believe, is still the preferred one. And yeah, no items, Final Destination kind of stuff.
I can't play with items personally. They just piss me off.
Sometimes
Yeah.
they're annoying,
I
but
hate
sometimes
items.
it's fun.
They're
But
pretty much
yeah.
always only Pokeballs. I like playing with only
yeah,
Pokeballs.
only
That's fun.
Pokeballs.
That is a fun mode.
Or only hammers.
Oh no.
But for the tournament
Squeaky
scene,
hammers.
for the tournament scene, it's just one-on-one. It's very much like a traditional fighting game.
So it'd be like Tekken or something like that, or
Yes,
Soul
exactly.
Calibur.
It's exactly
Actually,
like,
so I've watched Tekken tournament play,
yeah,
but
have
I
you-
don't see how that could compare to Super Smash Brothers. Like,
Do you
It
know what
doesn't-
wave dashing is?
I have no idea what that is.
Then you have no freaking idea, as you've been saying.
Basically,
Yeah, I really don't know.
one of the reasons that the competitive scene grew around Melee was because in that game there was a weird physics. I won't say bug, but an exploit.
It's technically a bug.
Yeah, it's like an exploit with the physics that lets you move your character in a not intended way, and that became the core mechanic for the tournament scene. Being able to master that meant that you were competitive in Smash Bros.
There were also like a lot of other things that went into Melee that gave it a very big competitive scene, especially since they took out quite a few of those when Brawl came along, and even with Smash 4, with like L canceling to and make it so you lag less. Different kinds of grabs were actually faster, so like you could do a special kind of grapple to even grab faster. What was the last major one that I was thinking of? I had it.
If you remember, basically in layman's terms, there was lots of different, like, very small things that you can do, very, very timing precise things that you could do that would make you infinitely better at the game. And that's what the competitive community kind of grew around, because in those games like Tekken, like Street Fighter, you have to do like the half circle, the weak fist to throw a fireball, and there's bigger and bigger combos. Super Smash Bros. Doesn't really have that. It's much easier. So
there we go. Combos. To do combos, it was actually really hard, but like you are able to do combos and juggle character because of hit stun and all that.
So typically in Smash Bros, those things it's very hard to pull them off, but the community would basically learn those very, very minute things to be able to pull them off. But yeah,
it gets incredibly fast-paced and hectic.
Melee.
So another question, like, how big is the community?
It's pretty big.
Really?
It's impressively big. It's honestly
that kind of surprises me.
It's one of the biggest gaming communities in fighting games.
And like there are like tournaments that like are about fighting games, and they include Super Smash Bros. Melee in their tournaments.
At some point,
because it's so big.
Yeah, Melee basically like fought its way into it, because most people consider it like a silly sideshow.
Some people don't even consider it a fighting game, which I'm like, you're completely wrong. But
like honestly, that could be a topic in and of itself. It's very different for a fighting game.
Oh yeah, it is, but it's still core elements of a fighting.
But I would, Brandon, if you want to check out anything, check out the EVO tournament. It's a big fighting game tournament. Just recently had finished its finals. But yeah, it's a huge scene. But I want to think, do you guys, just from what you know of Smash Bros, do you think it would be as entertaining? Do you think it would be more entertaining than something like
to
Street
watch
Fighter?
or to play? To watch? As I said, I mean, to me, I can't really watch fighting games in general, and I don't think that. I think all it would do is make me realize how terrible at the game I am, and I would want to
honestly.
So that's pretty much how my opinion it is on it.
I got to agree with Scott. I mean, I'm not really big on fighting games right now. I used to like Soul Calibur, Tekken.
Yeah, Soul Calibur.
Those Soul Calibur was awesome. But I don't think I could actually sit there and legitimately watch two people just go at it round after round in a tournament.
It's, for me, honestly, I don't really watch it because I don't play many fighting games. It's not really my genre.
Right.
I'd probably get really frustrated at the fact that I couldn't do half the shit they're fucking doing either.
Yeah.
Like,
honestly,
like all the bullshit that comes out of fighting games is stupid.
Well, because people who play competitively, like, they know how to counter that. There's lots of positioning, and in certain games, it's all about, like, if you get into trying to fake out your opponent to get them into the wrong position so that you can combo them and kill them in almost one combo. Not all games are like that, but it can get very, very just like tense, just trying to see like who's going to break first. And it's not dissimilar to StarCraft. I find StarCraft
one thing
personally interesting.
Or finish your StarCraft analogy.
I was just going to say that I prefer StarCraft. I think StarCraft is infinitely more watchable than fighting games, but it might just be because I don't play them, and I never got into that community, whereas I got pretty heavy into the StarCraft community.
I honestly prefer watching like a Smash Bros. If I was to watch a fighting game with a high meta, and I'm trying to separate like my familiarity with it because I agree I have a huge bias towards Smash Bros. And have a familiarity with it and understand what's going on and everything that's happening. But with other fighting games, it seems more of like attacking and poking with a bunch of more counters and blocking, where with Smash Bros. It's more dodging and there's a lot more positioning involved, I feel, and it's much more it's a lot faster, I find. And that like really fast paced, the constant like of the wave dashing, like it's just it creates a more exciting feel for me than just seeing someone do like this crazy like 1,000 hit combo in some other
or blocking said combo.
Yeah, and like that is like impressive and then like a huge
But it's
feat
not as
that
it's not
I can't
as visually
ever
dynamic.
do. But yeah,
Yeah, I would have to agree. Not only that what you just mentioned, but also my familiarity with the game and the characters in it. Like, still, seeing Mewtwo fight Mario is still kind of fun. Whereas, as much as I know the characters of, like, Ryu and whoever, maybe I don't know them, but it's not, I don't have the same connection to it. But, yeah, I do find that Smash Bros. Is incredibly entertaining to watch just because it is much more fluid. There's a much bigger air game. This is coming from a complete novice about fighting games, so excuse me if I get my terms wrong, but the air game in it is much, much bigger and more important. So I do find it more entertaining. Maybe that's why there's such a big scene around it, not just because it's familiar characters. And we lost Scott. But also because it's just very, very dynamic. I think we can get away from that topic to what do you think was your personally favorite game in the series?
that's tough.
That is tough. I mean, the game I played the most was probably Melee.
Same.
So I would have to go with the game I played most because that would be the one I'm most familiar with.
Actually, I did end up playing Brawl a lot, thinking about it.
I played Brawl quite a bit as well, but I mean, that was only at friends' places.
Like, when Brawl came out,
Like, I own Melee, so...
me and my friends, like, literally went on, like, a 3-day binge of nothing but Super Smash Bros. With small breaks to eat and sleep.
I've been there. I mean...
Been there, yep.
For me, I don't know which one I put more just hours into, Melee or Brawl, but just because Melee came out during my, like, formative years, those are, like, that's the game I remember. Sitting in my grandma's trailer with my best friend and just playing through all the events, like just trying to beat all the events, get it like 100% the game. And then I remember when a friend of mine accidentally erased my save file and I had to do it all over again. Like, so I would assume it was tough. That was a bad day. But
that wasn't me, was it?
No, it was not. It was Chris, if you remember.
Yep.
But
Fuck that guy.
I know, what a
fucking douche.
But yeah,
We're internet famous now. We can shit talk him.
But yeah, I honestly think that for me it was Melee. I as much as I love Brawl and the Subspace Emissary, which we'll get to in just a moment, I just because Melee came during my formative years, it has to be that one. And 4, I own it, but I haven't really played it much. I don't know why it just hasn't grabbed me. I guess because I'm interested in other games and I just don't have the time.
Heroes came out, and that's really good.
Yeah, basically, Heroes came out and just dominated my life. So,
I'm probably gonna have to give it to Brawl, honestly, just because like I put so many hours into Brawl, and I have so many memories from Brawl specifically, especially since just playing it with friends and just with this like the stage builder, the Subspace Emissary.
there was a lot of content.
All these memories I have with my friends. Though Melee still has an impact on me to this day, I still, every time, try to L-cancel, even though I know they took that thing out, but, hope-based L-canceling.
Also, can I just say in Brawl, tripping was the biggest bullshit.
Tripping was a mistake.
But anyways, Scott, what about you? What was your favorite game in the series?
Well, I mean, the only one that I really played extensively was Brawl, because I never owned 64 or Melee. But so I would probably have to give it to that. I mean, I like the new one as well, but I haven't played it as much as I played Brawl. So, and plus, they took out my single player, so that's a down vote.
Maybe we can go on with that topic, because I've met a lot of people who really, really enjoyed Subspace Emissary, and the ones that didn't enjoy Brawl to begin with. So, what was your guys' experiences with it? Why do you miss it so much now that it's gone from Smash 4?
Someone's gonna tell me what Subspace Emissary is.
It was the story. It was the story mode to Brawl. Like, it was a single player story mode where you unlocked it was a way to unlock characters.
Where you unlock
You can do
characters.
co-op as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
but-
Yeah, you could do co-op,
Yeah.
but I mean, it was mainly for it was like a single player, like a story mode
Yeah.
to
Exactly.
Brawl, like to Smash Bros, which I thought was really cool, and they did it like quite well. I think.
For no voice acting, pretty much as well.
Yeah.
I think I remember what you're talking about. Yeah.
It was
I didn't
just,
know
like,
that was the name
had
of it.
some really awesome cutscenes.
I love the cutscenes. Just seeing all those characters interact with each
Yeah.
other, more beyond like punching each other in the face, was
Yeah.
It was so cool. Everyone had their own distinct personality from the games.
Hmm.
Everyone got their kind of moment in the sun. Like, I remember, I really liked King DDD. He became one of my mains. And seeing him like doing stuff behind the scenes, you don't know what he's doing for the whole story. And at the end, it turns out that he's a hero. He's like he knows what's gonna go down, and he's saving people from the apocalypse. It's just so cool. Like,
Yeah.
So what you're saying is they got rid of something like that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. So from Brawl to for
Smash Bros. U.
Wii U, yeah, whatever. They decided to get rid of it, and it was because it was Sakurai.
Yes.
Yes, Sakurai decided that because people could watch those cutscenes on YouTube, there was no point to make that anymore, because
That's stupid.
The
Like,
reward
you
of
can
the
watch
game-
anything
exactly.
on YouTube.
It was super dumb.
Like, what?
His thinking was that those cutscenes were meant as a reward for having completed the mission.
Yeah, and that's what it was. Like, it was a nice reward.
Yeah.
Like, you got to see your character in an animated scene.
But for some reason, he felt that because you could watch all those scenes on YouTube without doing the hard work of going through the mission, it somehow cheapened it. And that's just, it's so silly to me, because now you're just taking away from people who were trying to do it, like, by beating the game. And also, those scenes were great. There's a reason why people wanted to watch them on YouTube, because they just wanted to relive them or see them for the first time, because they were so good and so interesting.
And that's what YouTube's for, is to watch things over and over and over again.
Well, Nintendo has a history.
Oh yeah. Of
Being a
not.
little weird about that, but
Yeah,
Yes.
Nintendo.
unfortunately,
I'm gonna drop a bomb right here. And while I love the cutscenes, favorite part of Subspace Emissary, like everyone else, I don't think Smash Bros. Gameplay fits a 2D side-scroller.
I unfortunately have to agree with you.
And I'm okay that they took out Subspace Emissary. While it was great, I don't want to do it again. I had my fill with that. By the end, I was like, okay, let's complete the level. Let's just get to the next cutscene. Okay, thanks.
Let me unlock these heroes. Let me watch these cutscenes. Yeah.
I also didn't like that it was the be-all, end-all of unlocking characters. I liked in Melee where I had to do crazy different things to unlock everybody, but this, I just could play it beginning to end. Oh, hey, I have everyone.
That was honestly
Yeah.
my least favorite aspect of it.
It cheapened it for me.
Incredibly. Like,
To take a note from Sakurai's note, it cheapened it.
the one of the things I remember most about from Melee was just trying so fucking hard to unlock all the damn characters. Like, it was hard to get Falco. Mewtwo, I had to read up on it in like a strategy guide. One of the ways to get him was to leave your system on for like 16 hours or some bullshit.
Well, that was the cheating way. You just need in total a long playtime, but you could just keep it on overnight and be like,
Yeah.
lol.
I ended up turning it off because I was worried my GameCube was gonna blow up. But yeah, like it was.
I guess you're just not as hardcore.
I'm not. I was a super paranoid child. But anyways, yeah, like that was the one thing I really hated from Emissary. That and the fact that the actual gameplay of it wasn't good. You're right. The brawl mechanics don't match a weird platformer brawl kind of thing. But I love the cutscenes so much, and being able to play through it co-op. I think I've said it before. Watching paint dry is funner with two people. So being able to play through Subspace Emissary with two people, it just made it a blast.
That's what made it bearable. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually enjoyed playing through it. So, but I guess me not had playing previous Smash Bros. I don't have the same kind of experience as you two. So I kind of enjoyed even just the challenge of getting through each level, and I mean, I had pretty good like background music to it.
Always helps.
So,
Yeah,
I don't know.
soundtrack for Smash Brothers games were always pretty interesting.
Mostly because it was the best of the franchises they featured.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Exactly.
Sometimes it was reworkings or remasters of that music.
Adlays.
There's a lot of additional content in Smash Bros. Besides the characters and the fighting. Brawl had demos of the games. There was all the music. Like, I think it's one of the biggest collections of Nintendo music out there is just on this game, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I even have the soundtrack for the new game from Nintendo.
oh, which one? Sorry?
The soundtrack for the new Smash Bros.
Oh yes, yeah. It's just they put a lot of they obviously put a lot of attention into it just because it's their big flagship game. Like that thing, that and Mario Kart is what sells Nintendo consoles.
Well, you're forgetting Legend of Zelda, but okay. But I agree. People will buy Nintendo consoles to play this game.
Yeah.
Then to
one
play
of the
this
main
franchise.
reasons. It's one of the main reasons why I have it.
And this franchise is just a huge love letter to Nintendo and Nintendo's history.
Exactly.
And if you enjoy Nintendo games, like any Nintendo game that's ever been released, you can probably enjoy this game.
Definitely. You get a group of friends together and use your favorite Nintendo character to beat the living shit out of your buddies. You can't get better than that.
It's awesome. Like
Luigi.
Nintendo's keeping the couch alive. It's not
Right?
this huge online thing. No, you play with your buddies on
Yeah.
the couch beside you. You can punch them in real life and punch them in games.
this is the biggest selling point I have for this game. Even Mike will stomach it.
Oh. And there's barely any blood.
Barely.
But
I think the only time I remember seeing blood in Super Smash Bros. Is in Subspace Emissary mode.
I was gonna say on the couch.
You son of a bitch.
The guy who has the Master Hand chained, when the chains come off, there's a bit of blood on the Master. I always remember that being like, oh my god, they went there.
That was
They
on-
showed a spot of blood.
But yeah.
I'm
Read it
triggered.
down.
So there's a lot of content already in the game, but with the Wii U and now Nintendo's finally in the new age, and they've realized, hey, we can make a lot of money on DLC. And with Mario Kart, which was their first flagship game that was using it, they did a very good job. They put out a lot of content for a decent price with Mario Kart. With Smash Bros, they originally said that they weren't going to do it. Then they did it. And unfortunately, or rather fortunately, however you decide to look at it, it's characters that people really want. Mewtwo's now in the game. Lucas, if anyone wanted him, is now in the game. They're doing a huge pull to add more characters. New maps are being added. I think those are free, but I'm not sure about that.
Well, people
Is
have
this what
been
the whole
asking for...
new DLC is coming? Like just new characters and new maps and stuff?
Yes.
Is it free?
No. It is paid DLC. Some of it are free updates. I believe the map one is a free one. Like, so you get like three new maps and three classic maps or something like that. But like to get Mewtwo, to get Lucas, to get all the additional characters, you have to
Ryu.
pay. Ryu
I
is
feel like
Ryu's a
any
character.
old character that was in another game should have been free.
Oh, like Mewtwo, you mean?
Like Mewtwo, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd argue that they still had to put a lot of effort into it and make the character and make like the model and make the moves and balance him. And so it's
Technically,
not
the moves are already made. They just had to remodel the character.
It's
no,
not
they need to
particularly-
remake the moves because it's a new like system and all that.
Yeah, it's a different engine, and like yes, him having
They don't need to like go on paper and be like, oh, what is Roy gonna do for his up B? No, they know what he's gonna do for his up B. They just need to make that.
Yeah, they have to program it in. I would have to agree with Taylor. It is definitely a lot of work, but it is a shame. I never liked DLC. I hardly ever buy it for games, and to see it come to a game like Super Smash Bros. For a character I love, Mewtwo was my favorite character in Melee, and to have to pay to get him, it kind of hurts. I'm glad they put him in, but I feel like they should have known to have put him in anyways because there was such a strong community. There's such strong feedback.
The reason why like these characters aren't in the game and they're coming out now is simply there wasn't time. They ran into the deadline. They had to release the game, but they would still want to support the game, and that's what I love. People continually support the game. People have been wanting DLCs since like Melee, since like the original 64. People would have wanted more characters and would have
Add
paid.
Sonic. I heard there was a cheat. Brandon, you son of a bitch.
And I'm personally perfectly fine with DLC as long as like the price is right and there's effort into it, unlike horse armor. And I feel like they are like putting love in, even more love into Smash Bros. And to see them add more characters, especially after launch, this is like a huge dream come true for someone who dearly loves the franchise. Even though, yeah, I'm probably not going to buy Ryu because I don't care.
Wait, are they all separate?
They're separate, yes. They're all like
Where
you buy them all piecemeal. I think we're losing Scott slightly, but
Yeah.
to answer his
he's
question, yes,
going.
you have to buy them all piecemeal. You have to buy Mewtwo for $7, I think it is, and then Rio for
Ooh.
another. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ooh.
Nintendo generally does have expensive DLC.
but granted, it's Nintendo quality.
$7
Yep.
for one character. That's bullshit.
Across 2 consoles.
Fuck
Yes,
you,
that is
Nintendo.
true. If you buy him on
I don't
Wii
care.
U-
On 2 different games.
But
I
you've
thi-
also paid twice for that game.
Well, yeah, it's 2 different
Well, actually,
games.
for Mewtwo, if you bought both versions, you got Mewtwo free.
Like me.
Yes.
So I do have Mewtwo.
You
Jacob, come here and
son
play
of a-
Mewtwo.
I might just buy it, but but
Try him out. Spoilers, he's a lot like Melee.
feel great. I feel like actually no, that's bad. He was not that good. But
He was worst tier. I think...
he was one of the lowest characters. He was D,
Yeah, he
D or
was
E.
the worst, and then a little later in Brawl's life, they figured something out with Mewtwo that made him not the worst.
And then Ganondorf was the worst. Yeah.
not for Melee. Ganondorf was top tier in Melee.
What? No.
Yeah, in Melee he was top. He was really good.
No.
Yeah.
None of the Zelda characters were any good except for Sheik.
Ganondorf was good in Melee.
Really? Okay. I might have to look that up later, but
In Brawl, yeah, he was the worst in Brawl.
I feel, although my cousin always managed to kick the shit out of me with him, and I don't understand how. Because I'm bad. That's why. I think we could have a discussion in the future about DLC, because one thing I wanted to add to that was, well, I do agree with you. They are putting a lot of love for it, and I think it is worth the cost. But I'm cheap, and I don't want to spend more money than I have to.
Same.
So even if I buy just Mewtwo, there's still all the other characters that aren't in the game. And having a game like that, like not having access to characters that are in the game technically, feels like I have an incomplete game. And
Because you do.
yeah.
Yeah,
So that
technically you do.
it feels bad, even if I don't want those characters. Even if I'm not willing to spend the money for them, and I've justified it that way, it still makes me feel like I have an incomplete product that I paid for. So, again, I think there's a much broader discussion we can have with that, but that's my general feeling.
Well, TCS existed since ever. They just called it expansions before and came with more. Now you can pick and choose specifically what you want. But on the last note, for Smash Bros. Specifically, one thing that they're also doing now that they've never done before, and I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking amazing, is they're rebalancing the game. They're going back,
Really?
buffing people, nerfing people where they feel they should, and that's never happened before in the Smash Bros. So if someone
It's been sorely needed too.
like Meta Knight is like stupidly strong, then tits. Meta Knight's stupidly strong.
Yeah, just as a quick side note, in Brawl, for the tournament scene in that, at one point, Meta Knight became so strong and so prevalent in the tournaments, they banned him. You cannot use Meta Knight in tournaments for Brawl.
He was too good.
He's just too good. But yeah,
And Snake was too, and he was my main, and he was great.
Snake was pretty fun.
Tier 2.
But,
Maybe. And so yeah, they're balancing the game more now, and that's a huge deal.
that's good to hear. I'm really actually excited about that. And those would be free patches.
The annoying thing, yeah, they are free patches. The annoying thing is, they don't release patch notes saying what they did.
No!
They simply say we did balancing to the characters and changed stats.
No. Okay, coming
But
from...
the Smash Bros community is so fucking dedicated. They the day
make their own
after they're
patch
like,
notes.
this is what changed. Diddy Kong got like 2% more knockback
Yeah.
on this ability. The damage got increased by this much on this ability. And this Darren Fair got like 2 frames faster. And it's like, holy crap, these
This will
guys
be the
fucking
last
love this
thing
game.
I say about the tournament scene for Smash Bros. They're a dedicated bunch of motherfuckers. Like, Nintendo didn't want to recognize them, and they're just like some minority group at big fighting tournaments that no one like cared about, or they're just a bunch of kids with their Smash Bros. They persisted, another one of the biggest communities. It's amazing. Like, they're just props to them. But I think we can start closing out the show. I think we've got a lot of good discussions, but I wanted to end it on a fluff piece, as we always do. Who are your favorite characters?
I like to think this entire podcast is fluff piece.
We're all just fluffy.
I'm
That's
gonna
all.
have to go with Luigi.
You weird motherfucker. I love how in Brawl, like, Luigi was always like the quirky one, but in Brawl they decided to go, no, he's not quirky. He is fucked in the head. This dude is weird to the tits. Like, he's just, I love it.
He's the best.
He's so weird. But yeah, so you would have to say Luigi. Any other mains that you have?
Oh my god. Who else? I don't. No.
Anticipation.
The anticipation is killing me. While we try and recover Scott, Brandon, do you want to talk
Scott,
about your
you
mains?
got cut out for that entire thing.
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean,
Quickly.
Kirby was my favorite.
You
like,
fuck.
My main favorite character was Kirby.
You cheap fuck.
And then, of course, Captain Falco.
Show your moves.
America? Marvel?
Captain America.
Captain America.
Super Smash Bros. Marvel
Actually,
win.
no. Samus.
They should have
Samus
a
was
skin
probably
for
like my
that.
second
That'd
favorite
have been
character.
amazing.
That'd be
Because
great, man.
I always loved just dropping bombs on people and it just pissed everybody off.
God, yeah,
Oh, were you?
Samus-
Did you used to do like the bomb things to infinitely move horizontally?
Yes, yes.
So good. You just hide in the corner of the map and it's like, you can't fucking catch me.
It took 14-year-old Jacob so fucking long to figure out how to get past, like, just like to stop. I'm trying to get. Oh fuck! But yeah. Taylor, what about you?
As I do, I have a lot to say about this. In 64, my main was Kirby. Kirby is one of my favorite Nintendo characters. I love his games. I buy quite a few of them. And so I played Kirby a lot. He was good. And then Melee came along, and I dibble-dabbled around, and I played Dr. Mario. He was pretty tight.
Oh, I hated Dr. Mario.
But the guy who stood out to me, and I was like, yeah, this is my guy. It's my guy. Fuck you, Sheik, this is my guy. Was definitely Marth.
Marvel.
And
Yeah, Mirth's pretty solid.
I really enjoyed him. And then when Brawl came along, I played all the characters, and I enjoyed quite a full handful of them. And Snake like really stood out to me as like this really unique guy and really interesting mechanics.
Lots of.
And I really enjoyed playing him. And then I found out he was tier 2, and I was like, yeah, he's my main. That guy, right there. Even though they put my favorite ever Pokemon in, Snake was able to inch him out. Especially because of the stupid bad mechanic that they gave to Pokemon Trainer that made it really annoying to play.
You're a traitor.
And then when... Okay, so I thought of this during the podcast. For internet memes and all this, for the 4th Super Smash Bros., the one for Wii U, the subtitle's for Wii U, essentially. So, in honor of the internet, and since it's the 4th one, I say we should call it Super Smash Bros. For You.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
And I'm amused. And whoever doesn't laugh doesn't fucking get it. And so, with the For You, my favorite would be Greninja. Because, like, if you play the Pokemon games, which I love the Pokemon games, I play the Pokemon game with Greninja in it, I use Greninja. Greninja's kind of blah and boring and not that interesting and not that unique. He's not that interesting.
He's a frog.
Yeah.
He's a ninja frog.
It's like, with, like, what he can do and his stats, he's not special for anything. But you put him in a fighting game, and then you're like, this guy's a fucking water ninja.
Water Shiryukens. Like, what? Yeah.
And then he suddenly becomes this uber badass. Where it's like, he was made to be put into Smash Bros. They were like, we need to make a goddamn Pokemon that can be in a fucking Smash Bros. Fuck this Lucario shit.
God, I hate Lucario.
They made a Greninja. And Greninja's amazing.
He's pretty cool.
To be in Smash
I can't
Bros.
deny. I guess as for myself, ever since Melee, I have loved Falco. Falco was he was cool. He didn't have Fox's speed, but he had more of an air game and stuff. I really gravitated more towards him. And then he got slowly differentiated in Brawl with throwing his deflector. So I've always...
And a few other moves.
Yes. And so even to For You, I've stuck with Falco. But some of my other mains that I really like is, like I mentioned, King DD. I think King DD is my favorite. I loved Pokemon Trainer because I could be Squirtle. Actually, I loved all of them. Charmander, Ivysaur, and Squirtle was just a great combination. I love their mechanic. Charizard, whatever. I love their mechanic. Having to switch out, it kept the match interesting for me.
Hate to interrupt, but speaking of interesting characters, Ice Climbers, they were another one of my favorite characters, just because they were so weird. Weird and quirky.
I tried for a long time to get really good at Ice Climbers, and they were fun, but they unfortunately got removed in the newest game, which is sad. But
Pro players were so good at Ice Climbers, they could essentially control them independently.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like watching those was what made me want to try, and I failed. But
like one Ice Climber would grab someone, the other smashes them with the forward smash, and it's like, how? Teach me.
Jeez.
And they're like, just get good, bro. Just get good. But yeah, those I really enjoyed. Falco, Pokemon Trainer, King DDD. I'll go in between some of the other ones. Like I like Ike. In the new one, I really like Bowser Jr. Palutena is kind of fun, and Robin's interesting. There's a whole bunch, but those three are my mains. But I think that's it. That's game. I don't know what else we can talk about. Are there any memories that you want to share or anything?
Super Smash Bros. Has been such a huge influence on my life. And, like, I got into it because of Pokemon. Like, straight up. I liked Pokemon, so I picked up Smash Bros. Because it had a Pikachu on it. And it opened up this huge world for me. I had no idea who Captain Falcon was. I had no idea who Samus was. And because of that, I was able to get games like the new F-Zero for GameCube when it came out, and then I got Metroid Prime. And from there, like, Metroid, it honestly became it is my favorite gaming series. And that's all stems from Super Smash Bros. And it's a it's one of the reasons I love Nintendo so much. And that one of the reasons I'm such a huge fanboy for Nintendo. And while I can think they can do wrong, because they added tripping, they're not infallible, this is just such a huge love letter to Nintendo, and from what I love from Nintendo. They make very simple, like Blizzard, they make simple games that the mechanics just interact in such a way that make it such an more interesting experience in a harder to master experience. Some of like the later of the franchise, like it kind of lessened that, but it's a huge franchise, and I think it really does say people will spend money to buy a console just to play this game.
Yeah.
Like, Mike has that console and a Super Smash Bros.
He has a Super Smash Bros. Indeed.
Pretty sure he did say he bought it just to play Smash Bros.
Yeah, it's a great game. I honestly
And Dead Space.
Dead Space is
Shush!
But,
Enough
I
Dead
mean-
Space! Brandon, no! Smash Bros!
I will just say, I can't think of a better flagship for Nintendo as a whole. All their franchises are there. They're all interesting. They pour all their heart and soul into it. So, yeah, it's a fantastic game.
Except Ridley, he's too big.
Too big. But yes. Do you guys have anything else to add?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Scott, have you been wanting to talk for like the last 20 minutes?
Well, you know.
Sorry, Scott. I'm gonna have to cut you off. But
All right.
Game over.
But yes, no.
Well, I mean, I was gonna add to my characters.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead.
yes.
Quick.
I was gonna say that from.
I thought you were done.
I'm trying to
No.
end the show here, guys. Come on.
I from Brawl, I really liked. I actually really liked Lucas a lot, and I play in the new one. I play a lot of Peach, Princess Peach.
Alrighty.
I don't know. I like
I'll try not to make fun of you too bad.
She was good in Melee.
She was
good in
man.
Brawl too.
Well, she wasn't good in Melee, she was just good against the top tier in Melee.
I did play her a little bit in the new one, and she seems, from memory, she seems like a little more fluid, which was nice.
Hmm.
But I never really.
Yep,
She's
a
a bit more
fluid peach.
loosey-goosey.
Fluid peach is always good.
Peach juice.
Loosey-goosey.
Lucy Peach.
Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We have some things to pimp. Mike's not here, so I'll quickly do it for him. His name is Morbid Murph on the internet. Go check out his stuff. He plays horror games. He's going to be doing reviews and entertaining things for that.
He has new channel
He
art!
has a fantastic new channel art to tide you guys over.
Even better
Please
than the last one!
go check go check it out. Taylor, what about you?
I have a channel with my friends called Views and Throughs. We do video playthroughs and reviews. We recently started, one of our members started streaming quite a bit, and we're going to see how that pans out. And I know I've mentioned this before, but we have a project in the pipeline that we're all really excited for. It's all hands on deck for this project. It's something completely new and different that we've never done before, and technically is not a video playthrough or review, but it's a labor of love, and I'm excited to share it with you guys.
I was gonna say Donkey Kong Country Frozen Tropical Freeze, but whatever.
No.
Alrighty. Sounds awesome.
Scott! Not having anything!
Cricket.
As for myself, anything I do will be where you're watching this at Press A2 Podcast. We do this podcast. We also do, or we do that every other week. We also do, well, when we can. I'm sorry. We were on vacation. Shut up. But every other week we do the podcast.
See
And
what
weeks in
you did
between
there.
we do Let's Play content. And then I'm also writing up some musical parodies and stuff like that to put on the channel. I have a video on the hero Monk from Heroes of the Storm, if you want to go check that out.
and it's the most popular thing on the channel.
It's the most popular thing on the channel. So
It's going to be press A to play Heroes of the Storm from now on, guys.
more or less, yes.
We had a good run.
So see you guys never again. No. But yes, please check that out. Like, favorite, subscribe, all that nonsense would actually really help us out if you want to do that.
Like, we're kind of really fucking desperate at this point, guys. Come on.
But I will end it on a have fun and good luck.